Graduates, you may be seated. Good afternoon, and welcome to the 61st Niles West Commencement Ceremony. My name is Steve Parker. I'm the Assistant Principal for Operations and proud graduate of Niles West High School. Invited guests, even though we're in a large sports stadium and you may be used to cheering on your students at athletic contests, graduation is intended to be a dignified and solemn event. Out of respect for the graduates this afternoon, I would ask that you refrain from clapping or cheering during the readings of names until everyone has proceeded across the stage. This allows all spectators to hear their names called. Thank you for your cooperation and maintaining a respectful environment as we usher our graduates into the next important phase of their lives. If you're willing and able, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please continue standing for the national anthem, which will be sung by Zacchaeus Curl Rosal.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of the brave, the brave.
You may be seated. Thank you, Zacchaeus, for that beautiful performance. Now I'd like to introduce Hida Burward, President of Student Government.
It is my pleasure to introduce members of the District 219 Board of Education and the Niles West Administration. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Joseph Nowick, Vice President, Dr. Mateo Mohamed Farzan, Member, Ms. Jill Manrique, Member, Dr. Stephen Osoye, Superintendent, District 219, Dr. Sandra Araguin, Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction, District 219, Dr. Luana Wells, Chief Equity Officer, Dr. Karen Ritter, Principal of Niles West High School, and Dr. Antoine Babakani, Assistant Principal for Pupil Services of Niles West High School. I now have the pleasure of introducing Brandon Thatch, the Senior Class President.
First, I'd like to start off by saying a big thank you to everyone who made this day possible. The staff, faculty, administration, our amazing security team, you are all greatly appreciated. I'd also like to say a special thank you to my teachers, friends, family, my wonderful godmother, and the Perrick family. Your presence here brings me great joy. My seniors, we gather here today to celebrate the opening of a new door through which we walk with the hope that we encounter endless opportunity on the other side. We have completed our journey, our metamorphosis, from kindergartners just learning how to read and write to capable young adults ready to face the world. A wise man once said, "Remember the past with gratitude, live the present with enthusiasm, and look forward to the future with confidence." As we say goodbye to such a special time in our lives and welcome the many challenges that await us, let us do just that. 4 years ago, we began our journey at Niles West, eager to see what high school had to offer, and we were not disappointed. I'll never forget the wonderful people I met here, the funny lunch table conversations, the debates I had in English class, failing all my world history quizzes. It was a good time. We formed meaningful relationships, discovered new fascinations, and learned more about the world around us as well as ourselves. Who would have predicted that, amidst such harmony, our world would encounter a time of crisis? Our lively community was shut down, and the people we loved, we were told to stay away from. Our education suffered, as school was essentially reduced to sitting behind a screen for several hours a day. This period of isolation brought on what would be an era of great estrangement. Estrangement from our educations, our passions, and especially from one another. Come senior year, we finally returned to Niles West. However, despite being in the same building again, there was still a great sense of distance, of estrangement from one another. Looking back, I know now more than ever the importance of never abandoning one another. A story comes to mind. There was an old man with 5 sons who would always fight, even over the most insignificant of things. They were ashamed to even acknowledge one another as brothers. One day he brought them all together, and before them he laid a bundle of sticks. He asked them to go out one by one and see if they could break it. They all tried, but because of how closely the sticks were tied together, it was impossible. Now the old man ordered them to untie the bundle, now giving each son 1 stick to break, and they did so with ease. To this the old man responded, "My sons, behold, for if you, like that bundle of sticks, were to keep yourselves close to one another, bounded by friendship, you would be unbreakable. However, when your ties are dissolved, see how quickly you fall to pieces and how vulnerable you are against every struggle you face." We've all heard the phrase, "A house divided against itself cannot stand." While the story demonstrates this, it also shows us that a house unified can withstand any difficulty. Estrangement is more than physical distance or unfamiliarity. It is a state of alienation, indifference, a lack of feeling. Is that not what we see in our world today? Much like the 5 brothers, there is a lack of compassion, forgiveness, empathy, the refusal to hear and acknowledge others. In our polarized society, we were led to view those who are different as strangers who are of no value to us. In addition to the isolation we endured, our morally corrupt world caused us to drift even further from one another. During that time of isolation, I realized that I myself was like a stranger. I wasn't the brother, the son, the friend I wanted to be, for I was cold and unable to forgive. Stuck in my own ways, I struggled to realize that there is another side to every story. I found that what I needed to fix these problems within myself is something that we all need. In order to overcome the estrangement like that which has struck us in our world, we require one attribute above all else: mercy. A force that brings the most distant of peoples together, a force that turns strangers into family, enemies into friends. To show mercy is to be compassionate, even when it is within our full ability to ostracize, to condemn, to criticize. We have an obligation to treat others as we would treat one of our own, to extend our love to them regardless of how many flaws or differences they may have. If we wish to heal the deep divisions amongst us, our community, our friends, our family, we must humble ourselves and be willing to listen, to forgive, to look past ideology and affiliations. For through mercy we acknowledge that none of us are without fault. We must seek to understand and not to condemn, and in doing so, we foster peace and fraternity between peoples rather than hostility and estrangement. I ask of you all that wherever you go, be not a stranger to the people around you, but a fountain of mercy, pouring out love, compassion, and service to the world around you, especially those most in need. If we can do that, I have the most unwavering hope that our generation will create times of great prosperity, ones where we are bound by love and fellowship. My seniors, you know very well, and you have had the experience now of some of the many trials and tribulations of life and the dangers of living as a stranger. As many of you will venture out to different cities, states, countries even, to pursue your dreams, make one thing certain: do not abandon what you call home. For home is not just a single place. Wherever there is love, wherever you are loved, wherever someone thinks of you, that is where home is. Looking back at my time here, it won't be my grades or my recognitions that I'll be most proud of, but the impact I had on people, the community. Know that you will not find fulfillment in mere titles, material possessions, or worldly desires, but the relationships you form, the hearts you touch, and the differences you make in the lives of others will always mean more. With that, we recall the words, remember the past with gratitude, live the present with enthusiasm, and look forward to the future with confidence. Remember this day and all you've accomplished, the people you've met, those you've lost along the way, and the memories of our past 4 years together. Stay always close to what you love and spread mercy throughout the world. Thank you. It is now with great pleasure I introduce to you the principal of Niles West High School, Dr. Karen Ritter.
Thank you, Class President Brandon Thatch. Good afternoon, beloved friends, families, administration, members of the District 219 Board of Education, faculty, staff, and students of Niles West, Class of 2022. We see in these graduates the fruition of 4 years of scholarship and labor. Today, we gathered together to recognize and celebrate the accomplishments of the senior class of Niles West High School. Being here together with the senior class of 2022 gives me great hope for the future. I look at all of your beautiful, smiling faces in front of your proud families and loved ones, and I see a graduating class that is empowered with great talent, a strong will, and an unwavering adaptability. This will be the third time I stand on this stage and repeat the same words I have in the past. This is the school year like no other. It has been filled with moments of joy and community, but also disruption and uncertainty. But it is in these moments of disruption and uncertainty that we must reflect and learn. By reflecting to learn, we find the answers to move forward. To learn is to seek knowledge, and we certainly know that our seniors learned more than content during these last 4 years. But learning does not end in knowledge obtained. In the words of English philosopher Herbert Spencer, the great aim of education is not knowledge, but action. In other words, knowledge alone is not enough. In order to make change in ourselves and in the world, we need action. Knowledge with action sets things in motion. Knowledge with action chips away at inequities. Knowledge with action can change the world. The class of 2022 knows this. After learning remotely for 1.5 years, they came back to school with vigor. They were ready for their senior year, and they were ready to take action. Some students have taken action to be more resilient and more sure of who they are, like Sam Phillips, Jessica Hermes, Adina Thompson, and Dev Patel. Some have taken action to stand for their convictions and fight for justice, like Yasmin Carlin, Zacchaeus Rosal, and London Lavalius and Murphy Maeve Holleran. And some have taken action to fine-tune their talent to be leaders in their craft, like Socrates Huang Kim, Abby Penados, Sam Burns, and Jake Pranian. All of these students took action towards prioritizing who they are and what they represent as human beings in this world. And mark my words, we will one day see how their actions now will lead to bigger and better things in the future. They will not stop, they will keep moving forward. These students I mentioned here today are by no means the exception. They are representative of the hardworking, future-forward students at Niles West High School, and they accurately represent the adaptable, talented, motivated, and action-minded class of 2022. This class is a group that understands that action is needed to be a better friend, classmate, and person. That action is needed to rise to a higher level outside of yourself, and that action is needed to eradicate injustices in our school and in our world. Knowledge is not enough, action is everything. There are countless other examples of how our seniors took action to prove that they are not going to just talk about change that they want to see, or sit back and wait for others to do something about it. They took the time to reflect and learn in this moment of disruption and uncertainty, and decided to move forward and take action. I encourage all of us to continually move forward and take action. Class of 22, look to the future with fresh eyes, be strong, be kind, take risks, be comfortable in discomfort, face the unknown, because you've been able to do it while navigating through four different years of high school, and you have all become stronger and better than ever. We all look to you and admire all of your accomplishments and successes because you have many. You are truly an inspirational class. To the class of 2022, go and continue to make your mark on this world. You have demonstrated that each of you is capable of greatness. Move forward, take action. I wish you nothing but the best in your bright futures. Congratulations and best wishes to all of you. At this time, please welcome the Master Singers directed by Mr. Matthew Hunter.
You're broken down and tired
of living life on a merry-go-round. And you can find the fighter, but I see it in you, so we're gonna walk it out. Ooh, mountains, we're gonna walk it out. Ooh, mountains, and I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again.
When the silence isn't quiet and it feels like you can't breathe, and I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet and move mountains,
Bring it to its feet
and move mountains, and I'll rise up, rise like the day, I'll rise up, rise unafraid, I'll rise up, I'll do it 1,000 times
All we need is hope. That we have each other. That we have each other. We will rise, and we will rise rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, rise unafraid. I'll rise up 1,000 times again. I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times.
we'll rise up, rise like the day, we'll rise up, rise unafraid, I'll rise up, we'll do it 1,000 times again.
Thank you, Mr. Hunter and the Master Singers. I will now introduce our senior class speaker, Lanice Johnson-Jones. Good afternoon.
It is with great pleasure to welcome students, families, and faculty to graduation day at Niles West. Today is the day we can finally say we did it. No more time instructed by our teachers, coaches, or courses. We get to choose how we run what's next, whether college is for you or not. And although high school comes with its achievements, it also has its challenges. If there's one thing we can all agree on, it is that our mental health has had a tremendous effect on our decision making here in high school. But I'm not here to tell you guys the sob story of a high schooler. I'm here to tell you a message you could take with or without you. It has been a long 4 years and short 4 years. Long because of all the rumors, trauma, and bad days we've had to adjust to. And short because of all the time we spent walking down the halls, going out to lunch, and saying hey to all those we've seen daily. But how exactly do we sum up our time here at Niles West? In the beginning, we measured it in class periods, counting down to the last 2 minutes. But as weeks passed on and turned into months, we had finally let semester pass by semester until finally being out. Throughout our time here at Niles West, we have experienced protests, losses, and COVID, some worse than others. But look around. Look at what is in front of you right now. It is the greatest graduating class to ever exist. It is the strongest group of students you will see standing in front of you today. It is the class that is so proud to see that no one gave up on them, no matter how bad they wanted to on themselves. They say that your high school years are the best years of your life, but they're not. They're the most memorable years. The years of you deciding what you're going to do and how you're going to do it, where you're going off to, and what the next chapter is in your life, along with who you want in it. It is your road and your road alone. Others may walk it with you, but they cannot walk it for you. To all the seniors of the 2022 Niles West graduating class, I leave you with this message. Fight for what is worth fighting for. Compete against yourself and not others, but do not turn it into a war. What it is that you have, and remind yourself of this. Do not settle for less, but for what is truly worth it in the world we live in today. Thank you.
Thank you, Lanice. I will now introduce Superintendent Dr. Stephen Isoe.
Thank you, and congratulations to all of the members of the class of 2022. At this time, I ask that Mr. Nowick, Vice President of Niles Township High School District 219, Board of Education, please come up to the podium with me. Mr. Nowick and members of the Board of Education, by the authority vested in the Superintendent by Niles Township High School District 219 and by the Illinois State Board of Education, I certify that the senior class of 2022 presented to you today and is posted in the official commencement program have successfully completed the District 219 and State of Illinois requirements necessary for a high school diploma. It is my honor to present to you and the Board of Education the graduating class of 2022.
On behalf of the Board of Education, I accept the class of 2022 for graduation. Congratulations, Niles West graduates, and congratulations and thank you to the parents, guardians, caregivers, and family that made your journey possible. Congratulations.
Please hold your applause and recognition until all the names have been read. Thank you for your cooperation.
Fatia Adeyagun.
Fayaj Ahmed.
Lina Iad Afif Al Hashlamoon.
Musira Azhar Ali,
Rita Bazi.
Yafet Bilay,
Isabella Cubero.
Adrian Yohani Castro,
Annie Gitman.
Lionel Upton Collins,
Homan Theodores Homa.
Rain Tadlas Del Mundo,
Kenan Hubger.
Sami Juma,
Aiden Martin Keen.
Shana Michelle Kaldani,
Kenan Kukal.
London Simone Lavalis,
Joel Eddie Lau Arietta.
Muhammad Samir Lodi,
Muhammad Hassan Mahmoud.
Alina Lucas,
Natalie Ramirez.
Antonio Angelo Marcus,
Sean Aldi Kairanti Risuta.
Jerry Menheim,
Erica Richard Matos.
Joseph Newman,
Marissa Jennifer Rosso.
Zion Pena,
Haroon Sender Rovik.
Kenan Perazic,
Donald Zhu.
Napat Pramtana,
Hamad Abdelrahim,
Melanie Joe Surisho,
Krisha May Adaza,
Tanya Spacek,
Dawood Ali,
Adina Maya Thompson,
Sean Michael Carey,
Rana Sarib Aslam,
Lisette Castanon,
Keenan Biar,
Candice Christescu,
Samuel Dykey,
Emily Elizabeth Donovan,
Derek Adegbe,
Adam Dwyer,
Caitlin Elizabeth Kendrick,
Brian Herengozo,
Athena Marine,
Paige Hoffman,
Yanni Arthur Pappas,
Jordan Huang,
Charles Dean Podgorny,
Saad Iqbal,
Isabella Leah Petrus,
Maz Khan,
Jason Allen Schroeder,
Jack Leons,
Austin Matthias Albert,
Jocelyn Liu,
Lillian Weimerschlag,
Sam Mahmood,
Phil Maiko Korea Zulweta,
Dev Patel,
Andrew Boujde,
Margot Rudin,
Samuel Mark Burns,
Ian Michael Tribo Rosoriano,
Nurali Chandel,
Elizabeth Suh,
Isaac Chin,
Emily Suh,
Crystal Nicola Asid,
Ashton Adrian Ties,
Nyla Hussein,
Mahid Afzali,
Keen William Wynn,
Jocelyn Aguilar,
Syra Fatima Khatun,
Muhammad Ahmed,
Samantha Corey,
Alexia Ardeline,
Kali Liu,
Sujal Barot,
Tarek Mafudi,
Amina Ibrahim Bullock,
Zakaria Syed Mohammed Rizvi,
Adriana Rosalia Contreras Arguello,
James David Ryan,
Gabriel Gonzalez de la Cruz,
Asher Coolidge Sangari,
Suha Hussein,
Luka Milosh Simic,
Matthew Jin,
Matthew Thomas Stafiri III,
Michael Romeo Lohan,
Matthew Virgil Tyran,
Yorgos Makhmura,
Paul Ton Tran,
Guillermo Marban,
Yonan Zaya,
Daniele LeSean McKenzie,
Dylan Daniel Copeland,
Erman Music,
Stella Frake,
Mozam Salaudin,
Ruth Dosunmu,
Sadia Siddiqui,
Azra Gandagdu,
Rose Zabel,
Tuba Harun,
Michael Luciano Di Filippo,
Lanice Karma Johnson Jones,
Dia Gandhi,
Matthew Ryan Jones,
Janine Morgan Jin,
Caleb Cow,
Matthew Kendrick,
Joshua Cow,
Joseph Kananisho,
Angela Nicole Kendrick,
Orama John Carell,
Nicole Odisho,
Lindsay Jean Markson,
Stephen Anthony Pulich,
Naya Ayana McGee,
Rashid Youssef Qureshi,
Jessica Elise Palmer,
Catherine Sorrow,
Moises Alexander Crispy,
Andrew Thomas Shao,
Saima Ajimun Rahman,
Ayan Siddiqui,
Arez Sayad Siddiqian,
Adam Torres,
Jaisha Tariq,
Nicholas Zervos,
Jordan Westfall,
Emily Krista Allen,
Stephen Mateus Sadro,
Niyati Bandari,
Ibrahim Yusuf Abdullah,
Dalia Crescu,
Nathan Alas,
Theodore Gerard Kostner,
Leslie Nicole Bosco Kent,
Constantina Limberatos,
Aiden Flowers,
Nathan Allen Laresa,
Paula Isabel Jimenez,
Stephen Long,
Stephanie Jamatate,
Daniel Matthew,
Stephen Liu,
Saad Maiman,
Luge Mateo,
Sarah Aisha Mubarak,
Kushi Naeem,
Matthew Muriel,
Benapal Nano,
Kirsten Lee Nicholas,
Caitlin Rivero,
Nadalia Oraham,
Jordan Rissoff,
Araya J. Patel,
Leah Marie Sada,
Trinity Nevea Underwood Wilder,
Nabila Suleiman,
Juliana Vargas,
Katrina Tamo,
Sharon Ann Varghese,
Shayan Arifi,
Iona Pasha,
Tiara Banak Puente,
Oliver Ethan Beal,
Olivia Nicole Benitez,
J.M. Denega,
Calvin Kenzo Eversman,
Samuel James Dunker,
Elver Lika,
John Thomas Flatley,
Brendan Lee,
Luca Estella Hadzopoulos, Jeremy Michael Molitor.
Adrian Nicholas Herrera.
Kathy Jessica Odisho.
Sharifa Genesis Jackson.
Gianna Nicole Pehar.
Moses I. LeBlanc.
Edin Parazik.
Timothy Lee.
Adil Syed.
Valerie Mary Mateo.
Miriam Syed.
Faraz Mohuddin.
Iman Shahid.
Shayla Han Nguyen.
Atik Sheth.
Sarah Nugueras.
Ali Ahmed Syed.
Ilham Fatima Kurishi.
Diego Vargas.
Adnan Sheikh. Logan Joseph Solomiotis.
Adil Abbas.
Devon Christopher Wright.
Sarah Adedeje.
Inara Firoz Ali.
Abdul Al-Heshmi.
Adrian Arroyo.
Keela Broderick.
Jordan Boyle.
Zane Ryan Bolgen.
Elijah Burns.
Yasmin Genevieve Carlin.
Patrick Dylan Bush.
Caitlin Yuri Chung.
Bora Chilakno.
Raul Leon Gutierrez.
Jaden Rafael Concepcion.
Emma Michelle Kalchik.
Bailey Evan Hahn.
Alicia Grace Malik.
Emin Yagurja.
Justin Moy.
Alishan Jawani.
Ria Patel.
Elizabeth John.
Anya Kirsten Pedregosa.
Sage Lilival.
Tony Pehar Jr.
William Marston.
Kendrick Robinson.
Casey Meskovich.
Daniel Slobodian.
Taha Munshi.
Miriam Shamiran Solomon.
Dylan Yoon Tran.
Mutadi Muhammad Syed.
Lonnie Vo.
Divya Varki.
Nicholas Albert Yonan.
Joel Warden.
Declan Barnabas.
Kishan Leon Watson.
Melanie Grace Brill.
Rabi Kusei Ahmad.
Isaiah Ice Gordon.
Olivia Danielle Benyamin.
James Richard Knott.
Jack Bollinger.
Ethan Joseph Cuffle.
Wafa Shobaka.
Benjamin Joseph Lieb.
Elizabeth Cortez.
Charles Luz.
Elizabeth Diaz.
Isaac Mesdo.
Leslie Esquivel.
Cadence Quinn Nixon.
Sophia Lucy Joseph.
Maureen Patel.
Rodrigo Juarez.
Anthony Joseph Rossetti.
Evelyn Magdaleno Hernandez.
Logan Michael Rose.
Astrid Mendez Tapia.
Eddie Sanson,
Jimena Milan Dominguez.
Mia Isabella Stulak,
Marcos Perez.
Joseph Simon Suleiman,
Alex Revelar.
Sheila May Tu,
Jocelyn Kayla Regeles.
Mateo Young,
Zacchaeus Curl Rosal. Azia Mary Thomas.
Elijah Orozco.
Simon Trujillo Ruiz.
Andrea Bora.
Alejandro Viegas Jr.
Brandon Chi.
David Acosta.
Natalie Fitzhenry.
Nathan Arnatu.
Brandon Gauda.
Kevin Karian Jr.
Vivian Rose Gabrielle Hayashi.
Kelly Ganas.
Spiro Kastronakis.
Murphy Maeve Holleran.
Gloria Marina Kosier.
Ethan Chavin Lee.
Ethan Kai.
Isabella Ann Liskai.
Fajar Kamal Malik.
Omar Luafi.
Charlie Ong.
Irene Metaxas.
Celine Siley Pakulba.
Jaden Miller.
Thomas Olipas.
Arena Peckus.
Michael Rasho.
Alexandria Isabella Perez.
Jalal Sadeh.
Jack Benjamin Plusker.
Anthony Ante Sivrik.
Jake Philip Perez Pranian.
Macy Lynn Tran.
Daisy Chilalita Rodriguez.
Jack Allen Wernicke.
Elaine Rochas.
Mohammed Abu El Khair.
Farhan Talat.
Kate Aguado.
Brandon Thatch.
Dashna Benjamin.
Ernest Ty.
Sawyer Olivia Kachila.
Ori Maloye Cargill Williams Renault.
Dharma Ellen Delahante.
Matia Bebek.
Haley Ellis.
Woody Etienne.
Justin Peter Hermes.
Khaled Hashlamoon.
Khan Temi Win.
San Huang.
Michael Joseph Jamaro.
Christopher Daniel Lohan.
Iham Mahmood.
Sultan Hafi Mamoon.
Alexander Merkel.
Prasansha Mandal.
Joseph Eric Milios.
Christian James Mayor Mendoza.
Aubrey Wynn.
Lydia Claire Papas.
Abigail Claire Panados.
Nathan Anthony Puian.
Hannah Sass.
Muhammad Ali Siddiqui.
Callan Elizabeth Schoenbauer.
Elisa Sophia Stavropoulos.
Nandini S. Shah.
Thanos Willard Stavropoulos.
Brendan Seta Som.
Nazneen Wadi.
Tyler Barnett Steinkamp.
Sajad Rod Kader El Shimari.
Marina Alexandra Stalatos.
Abdusami Alim.
Aham J. Yusuf.
Owais Aslam.
Tarak Zayat Al-Rafai.
Andrew John Benstead.
Ayat Ghassan Salah Al-Sad.
Joseph Robert Brokar.
Leo Joseph Aptekar.
James Brian Brownlow III.
Mickey Chanak.
Nina Marie Kajus.
Aaron Jovi Bayes Dason.
Jonathan Luke Chow.
Kareem Sammer Dibbs.
Sarah Bobby Chirail.
Marianne Sarhat Isa.
Brendan Wallace Joyce.
Daniel Haroon.
Ali Kapadia.
Rumesa Haroon.
Hussein Khalil.
Saba Allah Hussein.
Naya Lariosa.
Socrates Hong Kim.
Alexander Hong Lu.
Muhammad Ibrahim.
Samuel Phillips.
Tenzin Noryung.
Sophia Saldana.
Angelo Kyle Tugade Pagdagannan.
Michael Schuler.
Harshal Patel.
Anamta Sheikh.
Vraj Dinesh Patel.
Lily Katarine Maribi Sukenek.
Samir Sadiku.
Nikhail Thomas.
Ulti Salmani.
Olivia Vasil.
Joy Suh.
Hamdia Abrar Ahmad.
Kristen Tien Tran.
Tala Tarek Almatasab.
Kaylin Rose Zwick.
Alexander Matai Cherian.
Aurelie Nancy Celestine.
Darni Vandara Che.
Zed Ghazi.
Jessica Hermes.
Delilah Guadalupe Zavala. Ivanthia Hatsopoulos. Michelle Herarte. Abigail Rose Hunt. Oman Jabara. Ashley Elizabeth Kluchnick. Anai Magana.
A. Margaret Jansen.
Benjamin Malinte.
Faith Eden Koshaba.
Adrian Anto Murillo.
Calvin Min Ku.
Grace Erin Obeng.
Christiana Tan Tao Lee.
Elizabeth Perez.
AJ Micus.
Laura Gregoris Perez.
Michelle Ayomikun Peter.
Dominic Perrick.
Jonathan James Rossetti.
Mateo Rolando Rodriguez.
Anthony James Sapchich.
Nathan Shimansky.
Maxim Joseph Turcott.
Victor Tenizaka.
Leona Unatham.
Melak Omar.
Abdul Karim Samad.
Andrew Giovanni Valdez.
Lucas Ramil Ashorian.
Takia Anne Marie Barnes.
Aaron Bay.
Jacob Samuel Berkowitz.
Grace Gabrielle Boujde.
Christina Cassandra Delara.
Matthew Kin Chung.
Hans Gartner.
Afifa Mansour Hashim.
Melissa Gandagdu,
Asim Udin Khan.
Liam Michael Hennessy,
Manur Lodika.
Derek Ho,
Renee Namrud.
Amara Kazi,
Clarito Concepcion Recinto Jr.
Farva Kazi,
Connor Joseph Roth.
Rayan Ahmed Kalik,
The Mubashir Ahmed Siddiqui.
Maxwell Jerry Newman,
Ares Athanasios Stavropoulos.
Matthew Benjamin Odisho,
Fatima Amaturahim,
Isabel Ava Padron,
Hamad Arshad Anver,
Michael Keon,
Marbin Belati,
Caleb Singleton,
Andrew Dang,
Keon Spala,
Bianca Sky Gabriel,
Abigail Adams,
Isabella Christina Gunther,
Angelo Dominic Blanco,
David Emmanuel Heredia,
Kevin Moore Cloherty,
Connor Kalajic,
Amel Didvisevich,
Nathan Caleb,
John Haskos,
Ali Karatas,
Elijah Johnson,
Omar Khan,
Elizabeth Kempf,
Emily Kim,
Hayden John Lee,
Yumna Mansuri,
Richard Luna,
Timothy Melfi,
Andrea Mitrachi,
Yvette Varda,
David Mochenko,
Naimsurin Naransak,
William Fu Wee Win,
Dia Patel,
Mark Raskin,
Rafi Ruel,
Allison Regailo,
Dimple Sarangay,
Allison Trandai,
Matthew Sarangay,
Alice Varani,
Fatima Shahid,
Melissa Zibarcia,
Denisa Silo,
Naval Arnold.
Manjushri Sukhadia,
Diana Odisho.
Alexander Tomich,
Anthony James Bensavenga.
Yosef Kreshimir Basan,
Hita Barwad.
Clarissa Venetica Vega,
David Johnny Bodansky.
Leslie Caceres,
Millie Camacho.
Emily K. Chin,
Lexi Nicole Carmona.
Ryan Benedict Sanchez de Leon,
Adam Kudzich.
Wilbert Escalante,
Matthew John Eishen.
Andrea Espino,
Mahek Alahi.
Israel Islas Diaz,
Tyler Mester.
Christian Jimenez,
Layla Pekovic.
Malik Khan,
Simra Sultana Sharif.
Thomas Magdaleno,
I did it, Mom!
Anne Philippe Sotelo.
Sargon Mirza,
Adrian Ignac Terryhigh.
Adelila Morales,
Reshma Susan Thomas.
Sania Irfan Moten.
Mohammed Zachary Toure.
Daniel Alessandro Navarro.
Brian Lee Tran.
Daniel Alberto Ortiz.
Riley Elizabeth Urson.
Kimberly Lisbeth Patino. Selena Saba. Albertano Salgado. Hannah Salgado. And Logan Seploin.
Please stand and applaud your Niles West graduating class of 2022.